It's late November, but it's not too late to get a lovely layered pot of bulbs which will flower in the spring. So I'm going to do one this size. You can also do less bulbs that size as well. It's all about the layering. It's also called a Bulb Lasagne. So I've got some wonderful peat-free compost. Start filling up. Always make sure you get rid of the lumps. The first bulbs that will go in are these lovely daffodils, quite big. Now with bulbs, everything that they need to grow, all their food, is actually in the bulb. So you don't have to add any food to your compost. Level the compost a bit as well, so you haven't got any air gaps. Got to about that depth. The big daffodil bulbs will go in first. Try and put them in randomly, because nature doesn't grow in a straight line. By the way, that's the top. The old root base is the bottom. Ooh. It's a good idea to wear gloves because some bulbs are slightly irritating to the skin. So I've been quite generous. I've got 8 large bulbs in there. You'd probably put just 4 big ones in that size. And we're going to cover. The next layer is the tulips. These will still flower in spring. We're a little bit late. Can do this September, October, but these will still flower. So I've got to about that depth. And now the tulips, that's the top, that's the bottom. They will find their way. Don't worry if you think you're planting directly on top of the layer below. They will find their way. The shoots will find their way around the bulb if they have to. When you buy bulbs, just make sure they're nice and firm and not going squidgy or mouldy. Don't buy them if they're like that. There we go. Cover those. Breaking up any lumps. Firming a bit. These can go outside. They're outdoor bulbs. If you want blooms a little bit earlier, you can have them in a sheltered greenhouse. Add just a little bit more. We're a few centimetres from the top. Now we've got the lovely crocus. These are already starting to shoot, so you can see which way is up. Just nestle them in. These are corms. So the crocus should be the first one to flower, then the daffodil, and then the tulip. So you're getting a long season of flowers. There we go. Just going to cover those lightly because they've already got the growing tips. Now that is a lovely present to yourself to look forward to, or to give to someone else. So us gardeners are mad about growing things. Always something to look forward to. But if you give someone a pot like that, they may not be so appreciative. So we can make it look a little bit festive. Got a nice jute bow on that one. Got some lovely moss for the top. Now we can't take moss from the environment, but if you've got a mossy path, if you're lucky enough to have a garden, you can scrape it off there or offer to clean someone else's path. I'm sure they'd be really pleased. So this is off a garden path. Just adds a bit more colour from the bare soil. Ooh. We can go even further by adding a little bit of colour. So if you're lucky enough to have some corners, or maybe a neighbour or a friend who doesn't mind you taking a little bit, you could add that. Nice bit of colour. Got some willow. You can do things like this, just to make it look really interesting. And you can add some greenery as well. I've got some eucalyptus. You could add that whole piece if you wanted to. And now it's looking like a lovely festive gift. If you're lucky enough to have a bay tree or a bay shrub, you could add that at the back. And there we are. Happy gardening.